Ever heard of the gateway process?
Hmm.
Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into this CIA-backed exploration of consciousness expansion.
Sounds intense.
It is. And get this, it might even hold the key to unlocking your manifestation powers.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Where do we even begin with something like this?
Well, let's bring in our expert, who can shed some light on this whole thing.
Hey, everyone.
So, the gateway process, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It kind of is right.
Yeah.
We're talking about a system designed to alter consciousness and possibly even, bend reality.
Bend reality.
It's wild. And you know what's even more fascinating?
What?
Its connection to lucid dreaming,
Oh.
especially in the teachings of Max Westerly.
Exactly. Max Westerly, our focus for today, believes that the gateway process can supercharge your lucid dreaming skills,
Right.
leading to powerful manifestation and personal growth. So let's break this down.
Okay.
What exactly is the gateway process, and how did the CIA get involved?
Well, think back to 1983. The CIA declassified a document detailing this training system developed by Robert Monroe, the founder of the Monroe Institute. It's all about using specific techniques to synchronize brainwave output and essentially hack your consciousness.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal.
Yeah, what is the ultimate goal?
To transcend the limits of time and space.
Okay, so
To the ambitious, right?
it definitely sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. But how does it actually work? What are these techniques?
So one of the key techniques is called Hemi-Sync, which uses binaural beats.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
You know those sounds that play different frequencies in each ear?
Yeah.
It's like a sonic brain massage
I like that.
that helps synchronize your brain hemispheres, creating a more unified state of consciousness.
So it's like tuning your brain to a specific frequency.
Exact.
Does that actually have a tangible effect on the body, though?
It does. When your brain hemispheres sync up, you enter a state of deep relaxation. This reduces something called the bifurcation echo in your heart, allowing for a coherent 7 hertz resonance to flow throughout your body.
No.
Interestingly, that frequency aligns with the Earth's own resonance.
We're talking about syncing our bodies with the Earth's energy field.
Yeah.
That's next level stuff.
It highlights a key concept here, interconnectedness.
Okay.
It's not just about individual consciousness, but
Okay.
how we're all part of a larger energetic web.
I like that.
And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of the gateway process, patterning.
Patterning.
A technique where you use focused intention in this altered state to manifest desired outcomes.
So it's like consciously shaping reality with your thoughts.
Exactly. Both the CIA document and other sources like the gateway tapes touch upon this.
Okay.
They propose that by reaching a heightened state of awareness through techniques like Hemi-Sync,
Mm-hmm.
your thoughts become more potent, more capable of influencing the world around you. It's almost like your intentions become amplified.
Okay, so intention amplified. But the CIA document also mentions potential risks associated with this, right?
Yes.
Like disrupting your current reality.
There's a cautionary note.
Yeah.
It's not about forcing things to happen or trying to control the universe.
Right.
It's more about aligning your energy with the natural flow of things, working with the universe rather than against it.
Okay.
Think of it like this. Instead of shouting your desires into the void, you're whispering them to the wind, trusting that they'll find their way to where they need to be.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
So it's not about brute force, but about subtle influence, about working in harmony with a larger energy field.
Right, and that's where things get really mind-bending.
Oh boy.
The CIA document, as well as sources like the Gateway tapes, explore the idea of consciousness as a hologram.
Okay.
Imagine the universe and the human mind constantly exchanging energy, co-creating reality through a continuous dance of information and perception.
Okay, so I'm trying to visualize this consciousness as a hologram concept.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean for us?
Think of it like this. Just as a hologram contains the whole image in each of its parts, our individual consciousness is a reflection of the universal consciousness.
Okay.
It's like we're all drops in the same vast ocean.
I like that.
And this idea of patterning suggests that by shifting our perception, by expanding our awareness, we can potentially influence this holographic reality we experience.
So we're basically...
Almost like we're tweaking the source code of our existence.
Oh, wow. That's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But how do we actually access this deeper level of reality?
Yeah.
The CIA document mentioned something about escaping the limitations of time and space.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
That's where the concept of Planck's distance comes in.
Planck's distance.
It's a principle in physics that suggests at extremely high frequencies like those achieved through the LOMA, the gateway process, consciousness can briefly click out of time-space, potentially allowing access to other dimensions.
Wait, are we talking about time travel and alternate dimensions here?
It's getting more and more like a science fiction movie, right?
It is.
Well, the idea is that these other dimensions exist beyond our everyday perception, outside the linear flow of time as we experience it. The gateway process, according to the document, aims to push the boundaries of our awareness, allowing us to glimpse these realms beyond the ordinary.
So beyond the ordinary, but how can we even begin to grasp the nature of these other dimensions, the reality beyond our everyday senses?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
The document suggests that out-of-body experiences, separating consciousness from the physical body, can be a key to exploring these other dimensions more fully.
Okay.
It's like becoming an astral explorer, venturing beyond the limitations of our physical form.
So we're talking about astral projection, basically. That's a whole other rabbit hole to explore.
It is, and it highlights how the gateway process isn't just about relaxation or mindfulness. It's about pushing the boundaries of human potential, exploring the uncharted territories of consciousness itself.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. The gateway process, altered states of consciousness, and the potential for out-of-body exploration.
It's all connected.
It is all connected.
Exactly. And remember, this is all about expanding our understanding of what's possible. It's a journey of self-discovery, of pushing the boundaries of human potential.
And this brings us back to Max Westerly
Yeah.
and his focus on lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
Does he see a connection between the gateway process and lucid dreaming?
Absolutely. Max believes that the gateway process can dramatically enhance lucid dreaming,
Enhance it, how so?
making those dreams more vivid, stable, and longer lasting.
Okay, so we're about to head into Max Westerly territory, but before we get there, I think we need to address a question that some listeners might have.
Okay.
If the CIA was exploring this back in the 80s, why aren't we all using the gateway process to manifest our dream lives?
Well,
What happened to this research?
that's a great question, and unfortunately the declassified documents don't offer a clear answer.
Really?
Yeah. We know the research was conducted, but the details of its outcomes and subsequent applications remain shrouded in secrecy.
So there's a bit of a mystery surrounding the true potential of the gateway process and how far the CIA's exploration went.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what else might be out there hidden from public view.
It definitely sparks the imagination.
It does.
But what we do know is that the gateway process, regardless of its classified history, offers a framework for understanding and potentially harnessing the power of consciousness. And that's a journey worth exploring, even if we don't have all the answers yet.
I like that. I think that's a great place to leave part 1.
Okay.
We'll be back with part 2 soon. All right, so picking up where we left off. The gateway process, lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears and talk about Max Westerly and his connection to all of this.
Okay.
He's known for his teachings on lucid dreaming, right?
That's right. He believes lucid dreaming is a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation.
Okay.
But what sets him apart is how he connects it to the gateway process.
You mentioned earlier that Max thinks the gateway process can enhance lucid dreaming.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
Sure. Max suggests that the heightened awareness achieved through practices like Hemi-Sync can make it easier to recognize when you're dreaming,
In the dream.
essentially boosting your chances of becoming lucid.
Okay.
It's like priming your mind for that shift in consciousness.
So by using the gateway process, you're creating a more fertile ground for lucid dreaming to occur.
Exactly. It's like setting the stage for those aha moments within the dream state.
Okay.
And remember those advanced gateway techniques we talked about, like patterning, where you consciously direct your intentions in an altered state?
Yeah, the idea of using focused thought to manifest outcomes.
Right. Now imagine applying that within a lucid dream.
Okay.
You're already in an altered state, aware of the dream environment, so your intentions might hold even more power.
So you could potentially use lucid dreaming, amplified by the gateway process,
Right.
to manifest desires, solve problems, or even explore other dimensions.
It's a fascinating possibility, isn't it? It aligns with the idea that the gateway process expands our perception beyond the limitations of our waking reality.
It definitely blurs the lines between what we consider real and what's possible within the realm of consciousness.
Exactly. And for Max, lucid dreaming is a key to unlocking that potential.
Okay.
He sees it as a training ground for exploring these expanded states of awareness.
That makes sense, especially considering the parallels between lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences. It's like detaching from your physical self and venturing into uncharted territory.
And that's where the gateway process comes in as a tool for navigating that uncharted territory.
Okay.
It provides a framework for understanding these altered states and potentially harnessing their power.
Okay, I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
The gateway process, lucid dreaming manifestation, and exploring the deeper dimensions of consciousness. It's like opening up a whole new toolbox for personal growth and self-discovery.
It is. And while the specifics of Max Westerly's teachings aren't available in our sources today, we can glean insights from his general approach and his emphasis on the gateway process.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about how these techniques could be applied in practical ways to enhance our lives.
Absolutely. But before we get carried away with the possibilities, I think it's important to acknowledge that this is still a relatively unexplored area.
You mean in terms of scientific validation?
Yes, there's a lot we don't fully understand yet about consciousness, lucid dreaming, and the true potential of the gateway process.
It's like we're standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted territory, ready to embark on an adventure of discovery.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so intriguing. It invites us to question our assumptions, to push the boundaries of what we think we know, and to embrace the mystery of the unknown.
I like that.
Yeah.
Embracing the mystery of the unknown. I think that's a great place to leave part 2.
Okay.
We'll be back with part 3 soon.
Mm.
Okay, so we've been talking about this wild stuff, the gateway process, lucid dreaming,
Right.
consciousness expansion, all this stuff. But for someone listening who's totally intrigued by all of this, where do they even begin?
Well, it's like learning any new skill.
Yeah,
You start with the basics.
the basics.
For lucid dreaming, that means practicing techniques like dream journaling, reality checks,
Reality checks.
and setting clear intentions before sleep.
And how would someone incorporate the gateway process into this?
Think of it as adding another tool to your lucid dreaming kit.
Okay.
You could try listening to Hemi-Sync tapes as you drift off to sleep.
Yeah.
It could enhance that state of relaxation and mental focus, making it easier to transition into a lucid dream.
So it's like giving your mind that extra push towards awareness within the dream state.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And remember, the gateway process is all about expanding consciousness.
Right.
So even if you don't immediately become lucid, those Hemi-Sync sessions could still be beneficial for overall mental clarity and self-awareness.
Right. It's about the journey, too.
Exactly.
And speaking of the journey, we know Max Westerly has developed specific teachings around lucid dreaming and manifestation. How can our listeners tap into those?
Unfortunately, the sources we have today only mention that links to Max's teachings are available in the episode description or on his Bacon's page.
Okay.
So you'll have to do a little digging to uncover those specific resources.
All right, listeners, sounds like we have some homework to do.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Discovering new knowledge, exploring new paths.
Absolutely. And remember, the most important takeaway from all of this is that your mind is a powerful tool.
It is.
We've just scratched the surface of what's possible with the gateway process, lucid dreaming, and manifestation.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, right?
It is.
Like, we've opened a door to a whole new world of possibilities. A world where our thoughts and intentions might have a much greater impact than we ever imagined.
Exactly. And who knows what awaits us on the other side of that door?
Yeah.
It's up to each of us to explore and discover for ourselves.
Well said. I think that's a great note to end on. So listeners, we've reached the end of our deep dive for today. We've journeyed from CIA-backed consciousness research to the potential of lucid dreaming and the intriguing teachings of Max Westerly.
If this has sparked your curiosity, don't stop here.
Yeah.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, keep pushing the boundaries of what you think is possible.
Because who knows what's out there?
Exactly.
And remember, the most important tool you have is your own mind. So use it wisely, use it creatively, and who knows what amazing things you might achieve.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
We'll see you next time, ready to explore another fascinating corner of knowledge.